Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday morning. So, as you can see, I am sitting outside here on Wednesday evening because even though it's wet and cold and cloudy and everything, I've still got cleanup that I've got to do after this storm that we had last week. And so, with everything that's been out in the yard and all, I've been picking up branches and sticks and all sorts of stuff, trying to clean things out. Obviously, we got a ton of rain. But as I was cleaning up, I ran across something here, and it kind of made me reminded me to talk to you guys about something that kind of goes in line with what I was doing in the video about the other day. Now, we had all talked about storing water and how much water you need and everything like that. So, of course, that's a great idea. But finding water is the other issue. Okay, and I know everybody says, hey, I'm at my house, I've got a well, I've got 55-gallon drums, or I've got a cistern, or whatever it would be, and I've got a whole bunch of water stored. That's great, and so do I. Okay, but in a situation that, let's say, you do have to bug out, okay, you're not going to be able to carry a 55-gallon drum of water with you. Maybe you've got a couple of cases of water, whatever, and you can throw a couple of bottles in your bug out bag, but you're not going to be able to carry a ton of water without giving up a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, if you're in your vehicle, sure, you're going to get a little bit more. But over time, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find water. Now, y'all know to look for a lake or a river or a stream or everything of the sort. That's wonderful. But, if you find this little trickle of a stream going along, you're not going to be able to get enough water to drink, to cook your food in that you had, whatever that you need. So you've got to be able to find water, and there's many ways that you can find the source of your stream to find those underground springs. The most effective way of doing it is with the divining rod. Okay, and as I was picking up sticks today, I figured I'd make a divining rod for you. I want to show you how this thing works. Okay, so here's what I've got. It's probably about 4 feet long. Okay, and as you can see, there's a V at the top, and this is basically your handle. You want the stick to be as long as possible, because the more length you have, the more sensitivity you're going to get to it. Now, the other catch is, as you're making one of these, it's important to get as much of the bark off of the stick as possible, okay? Because that will interfere with the sensitivity of the divining rod, as the dogs are barking here. Okay, so that's pretty much what you're going to do, and I'll show you how to use it. All right, so if Mrs. P can kind of zoom in on my hands here a little bit, I want to show you how you need to hold this. You need to hold it with your palms up and just holding with your thumbs, okay? Because that's going to be how it's going to be most sensitive for you. And the whole point is, as you're walking with the divining rod, when you come to a water source, the tip of the rod, which is now about 4 feet out in front of me, will drop. Gravity will pull it toward the gravity of the water will pull the tip toward the ground, and you'll know that that's a source of water there. So what I wanted to do is kind of take you, and as you can see I'm holding it, take you for a walk through the yard as we go past Border Collie. Now everything's wet today, but I mean the sensitivity isn't going to be bad because of the moisture. It's not going to find pools of water. But we want to kind of walk around, and it's almost like you're using a metal detector. You're going to pan from side to side, and you're going to walk slowly, just kind of going over whatever you need to go over. And you'll see if I find an area of water underground that the divining rod will basically go to the ground. So we want to keep just panning back and forth and walking slowly. Not a problem here. But this gets to be very important. If you don't do something like this, there's no way that you're going to find any water. And obviously water is life. You're going to need to have drinking water, cooking water. You've got all that beans and rice. So what are you going to do with it? So kind of as you are walking around, you're going to be aware of your surroundings. You're still trying to follow that stream bed or whatever, that you see the little trickle of water from, because you're trying to find the source of the water. But as you walk along with the divining rod, you're going to keep just panning back and forth and looking to see what you can find, okay? And as we move around, and I mean, obviously I'm not finding anything here because we're not getting any sort of reaction whatsoever, but, as we go along, maybe I'll find some sort of underground source of water here. And as I just pan along real quick, and oh crap, okay, there we go. Oh, well, yeah, that would kind of explain it. I'm right in front of my well. So, yeah, so now we know where the water is in the yard, okay? That pretty much would be the answer. So, and you can see how well this thing holds. Okay. So I know where the water is there. So, in a situation where I've got a bug out, that's how I'm going to know how to find water in any sort of place, guys. So, learn how to do this, research it. You can figure it out, save the video. Like I said, you want to find something that's got a good V-shaped handle to it. You want to have, hands up using your thumbs, long stick. That's the best way to do it. So, okay, guys, that's what I got today. Happy April Fool's Day. Pinball out.